Dre, having an incredible ear for talent, was convinced that Snoop had potential to be a star in the rap game, so he would then make the phone call to Snoop. Initially, Snoop thought that it was a prank and that there was no way Dr. Dre was calling him. I hung up like, dude, this ain't no motherfucking Dr. Dre. Dre called back and was like, be at the studio Monday. Dre and Snoop would then link up in the studio, and Dre realized that Snoop had real potential. Quote, Snoop comes in the studio and I put this track on. He's just freestyling and it was super sick. Then the thought of my solo album started becoming a reality in my mind. Snoop Dogg would then sign to the newly formed Death Row Records. Snoop and Dre were now ready to create magic. During this time, Dre had a lot to prove after leaving NWA on bad terms and forming Death Row with his partner Suge Knight. Dre had to come up with something legendary for his first ever solo single to prove to Eazy-E and the world that he was the biggest star in NWA. In early 1992, Suge Knight would become friends with Dick Griffey, who was the CEO of LA-based record label Solar Records. Dick Griffey let Suge have studio space at the Solar Records building in LA, and now Dre was ready to get to work as Suge had visions of becoming the biggest label not just in hip-hop, but in music entirely. In early 92, Solar Records was going to be the label that released the soundtrack for the up-and-coming film called Deep Cover.